A very good day to our beloved lecturer and our beloved friends too. My name is Padma Mohan, metric number 272449. Together with my friend Rupashri Rajan, we would like to brief on the chapter 10, which is electrical hazard. What is actually electrical hazard? An electrical hazard can be defined as a dangerous condition where a worker could make electrical contact with energized equipment or a conductor, and from which the person may sustain an injury from shock, or there is a potential for the worker to receive and flash burn or any blast injuries. Actually, the flow of negatively charged particle will be called as electrons through an electrically conductive material, whereby the negative charge of the electron is neutralized by particles which is called as neutrons, which acts as temporary energy repositories for the interaction between the positively charged particles, which is proton and electrons. Basically, there are three types of current, which is AC, DC, and electric static. AC stands for alternating current. Alternating current is like a number of cycles per second is determined to be the frequency, which is measured in hertz. The second will be the DC, which is direct current. Direct current generates as much heat as alternating current, but with a peak current 42% less than alternating current. The third will be the electric static, manifests itself when a surplus of or deficiency of electrons exists on the surface of a material. Frictions is requiring occurs when two surfaces of opposite static charges are brought into close range in electric static. Not only that, there is three types of electrical terminology, which is conductor, insulator, and the semiconductor. Conductor is like a substance that have many free electrons, and it can pass the electricity easily. But insulator, it is different, which is do not have a large number of free electrons and also do not conduct electricity. Semiconductor is neither conductors nor insulators. As we all know, there are more sources of electrical hazard, but the main source of electrical hazard will be the short circuits. Short circuits are one of many potential electrical hazard that can cause electric shock, especially. Besides that, another hazard will be the water, which is considerably decreases the resistance of materials, including human. The resistance of wet skin can be as low as 450 ohms, whereas dry skin may have an average resistance of 600,000 ohms. According to Ohm's law, the higher the resistance, the lower the current flow. When the current flow is reduced, the probability of electric shock will be reduced. There is a various cause of electric shocks, which is maybe one of it will be our careless, but there are some other reasons also that cause electrical shock. First, the contact with a bare wire carrying current. The bare wire may have the deteriorated insulation or be normally bad. Second will be the working with the electrical equipment on damp floors or other sorts of wetness. Wetness will be the main reason causing the electrical shock. And the third major cause will be the electrical equipment that has not been properly grounded, or can be seen also as the failure of the equipment can lead to the short circuit. Then working with the electrical equipment that lacks the labels for the safety inspection. Then lightning strikes also can cause the electrical shock. Then working on electrical equipment without ensuring that the power has been shut off. Then the next will be the static electricity discharge. Then the last one is the last major cause the electric shock will be the using metal ladders to work on electrical equipment. These ladder can provide a direct line from the power source to the ground. Again, can cause a shock. Then we will move on the arcs and sparks hazard. With proximity of conductors or contact of conductors to complete a circuit, an electric arc can jump the air gap between the conductors and ignite combustible gases or dust. When the electric arc is a discharge of the static electricity, it may be called as a spark. A spark or arc may be involve relatively little or great deal of power and is usually discharged into small spaces. Then I will explain about the combustible and explosive materials, which the high current through contaminated liquids may cause the contaminants to expand rapidly and can explode. This situation is particularly dangerous with the contaminated oil field circuit breakers or transformers. A poor match between current or polarity and capacitors can cause an explosions. The conductor is not capable of carrying a current of such high magnitude. Overheating from high currents can also lead to short circuit, which can turn in many generate fires or explosions. So these all are the very dangerous hazards, as I guess.
A very good day to my beloved lecturer and my fellow friends. My name is Rupashri Dorarajan and my metric number is 272428. So today I'm going to continue back from where Padma stopped. So I'm going to talk about lighting hazard. What is lighting hazard is all about. So let's look into what is that actually. Lighting is a static charge from clouds following the path of least resistance to the earth, involving very high voltage and current. Next, if this path to the earth involve humans, serious disability may result, including electrocution. Next, lighting may also damage airplanes from extra cloud and cloud to cloud flashes. Not only that, electric equipment and building structure are electric equipment and building structure are commonly subject to lighting hazards. This is all about lighting hazards. Moving on, improper wiring. What is improper wiring is all about? Improper wiring or misfiring can cause another hazard. When the ground is connected improperly, the situation is referred to as open ground. Next, if a short occurs in the equipment circuitry without proper grounding, anyone touching the equipment may be severely shocked. Moving on, equipment failure. What is equipment failure? Equipment failure. What is equipment failure is all about? Wet insulation can become a conductor and cause an electric shock. Next, broken power lines carry great amperage and voltage and can cause severe disability. Moving on, insulation failure. What is insulation failure? So first is direct sunlight or other sources of ultraviolet light which can induce gradual breakdown of plastic insulation material. Next, sparks and arcs from discharging static electricity which can result in burnout through holes in insulation. Moving on, next is abrasive surface, which can result in erosion of the material strength of the insulation. What is detection of electrical hazard? First, circuit tester in inexpensive piece of test equipment with two wire leads capped by props and connected to a small bulb. Next, receptacle wiring tester detection wiring system, continuity tester to ensure if active circuits are properly grounded. So now we're going to talk about methods of reducing electrical hazards. So we have two, which is first is electrical system grounding. So mainly method to reduce electrical hazards, like normally shock, blister, breached equipment, ensure the current is direct to the ground or not first. So next will be bonding. Bonds two equipment parts or protect one part with insulator or conductor. So these will be the methods of reducing electrical hazards. Reduce radiation, lightning, and lightning bolts. So what we can do to reduce all this is, first we can install lighting rods or conductor. Next, avoid standing on higher places. Avoid working on flammable liquids, and ensure all the equipment were earthen. Wear safety boots when it in the lighting prone location. Next will be avoid using telephone during thunderstorm. When you are in a boat, lie down on its floor. And if you are in a steel building, avoid touching the wall and avoid standing on the door or windows. So this is all where you can do to reduce the radiation, lightning or lightning bolt. So what are the tools and equipment system to reduce electrical hazards? So we're going to know what is the tools and equipment for reduce electrical hazards. So turn off the electrical generator before maintenance. That is very important. And ensure the electrical trainer is qualified and have necessary directive order. And also install electrical conductor system. That is the most important thing. And install magnetic current cut off system and then etc. Thank you so much. This is all from us, Padma and Rupashri. So wherever you are, be aware of electrical hazards and take care of yourself. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye.